coming out. This is the Pleasantville City Council work meeting. Today is Monday, July 15, 2019. The time is 6:30 p.m. This meeting has been advertised in the local newspapers in conformance with the Open Public Meeting Act, otherwise known as the Sunshine Law. Roll call, please.
Swan.
Here.
Sistrum.
Here.
Staff.
Here.
Harmon. Christmas.
Here.
Davenport.
Present.
Ward.
Here.
All in attendance.
Okay. All those in red, I'd like to have approval of the previous minutes.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Ayes have it. Okay. So we can do the presentation. Okay.
Okay. First on the agenda, we have a presentation by Atlantic Care Heart Heroes regarding the Matching Funds AED program. Is there a representative from Atlantic Care?
Yes. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting us here tonight. Thank you very much. My name is Rose McCarthy. I'm the Outreach Coordinator and an RN with Atlantic Care. And this is our program, the Atlantic Care Heart Heroes. We help to place AEDs in the community. And actually, Captain Higgins was in contact with me trying to arrange one for the Pleasantville Rec Center. And Debbie and I have been working on this for a number of months. So we're very happy that we're able to bring the AED tonight. I reviewed it with Debbie, and we're going to have it at the Pleasantville Rec Center, so you can feel safe sending your seniors or children there, or anyone in the community that you know that you have the equipment to save a life if needed. So we're happy to have this here for you. With a matching funds program that we do for anywhere. And this is Dana Lisicki.
Hello, I'm Dana Lisicki. I am one of the market development administrators for Atlantic Care. Mr. Mayor, thank you for having us here this evening.
Thank you for coming.
My territory is all of Cape May County and the majority of Atlantic County, so Rose asked me to come and speak with you all today. People say, what does market development do? And my message is always, I want to tell people what services we have in your backyard and that you don't need to go to Philly for certain things. And I think there's a lot of misconceptions about that. So that's really what I try to push day in and day out. I think a lot of people are very familiar with our city campus hospital, the Galloway Hospital, but what I think people don't know is that we're all the way down to exit 0 in Cape May, all the way up to exit 63 in Manahawkin, and go all the way over to Hamilton, and then we have a vast urgent care network, Mount Holly, Mount Laurel, Clementon. So I feel very confident when people are down here that live in South Jersey and they say, oh, I live so-and-so. We have a place right in your backyard. So that's really the message that I want to get out. The other thing is sometimes healthcare can be difficult to navigate. I know my parents live in Florida and they come up here and my mom will be like, oh, where do I call? What do I do? And I like to treat every person that I interact with like it's my mom and how would I help them. So I brought some cards. I'm going to leave them here. If anybody needs help, assistance, like where to navigate, how to get to certain places, we're the people that you go to. So Atlantic Care believes in building healthy communities. This is one of the ways in which we do it. And I thank you very much for your time today.
And we hope you never have to use the AED.
Hey, can
Yes.
you just an explanation where the AD...
Of course, I didn't know I had a little more time. Absolutely, this is actually an automated external defibrillator. So if you did have to, you want me to open it up?
Come this way.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wow, I forgot that you were behind me. You got a good shot of the back of my hair.
You were on camera.
I know, the back of me was. So anyway, this is our AED. It's automated. It doesn't require any charging. You don't press buttons anymore. Remember years ago we pressed the button when you had to shock someone? Don't do that. This is your Lamborghini of AEDs. It's very high-end. It speaks in Spanish and English also. So it's a great machine. All you have to do if you see somebody down, you're going to get help, call for help and call for the ambulance and start CPR, which nowadays is hands only, is very acceptable. Get the AED and it talks to you. It tells you every single move of what you need to do. And if you don't do it right, it'll tell you again. It's not going to waste time, but it's going to tell you over and over until you do it properly. It's very easy to do. I suggest everyone takes a CPR and AED class. They go together now. But even if you didn't and you were near the AED, just take it out of the machine, take it out of the bag and use it. It can save someone's life. You have much more chance of you're saving someone's life with an automated external defibrillator than not. And I don't see one in here.
What is the lifespan of the machine? Because I know that we currently have one and I think is outdated, correct, Debbie?
Yes.
Yeah,
Here
so what is
in-
the lifespan?
Very good question. When CPR changes, it's time to update the machine. And if yours is over 10 years old, it really should be updated. You probably have an old-fashioned one. Again, like what I told you, this one does so much more than the older units do. They're very ahead of its time. Hello. Oh, friends. Yeah, it's very good to have. Yes, please, if you like, Debbie can give you my information. You can contact me. I happen to have one left in my office. I'd be happy to get it started. I'm retiring August 2nd. So I'd like to, if you want an AED here, I'd like to do that for you as soon as possible. So please contact me.
Earlier you said something about matching funds.
Yes, we have a matching funds program, so the AED is actually $1,400, and we supply $700, and you would supply $700. And it comes with an extra set of adult pads, 2 sets of adult pads, pediatric pads. I wish I had time, and I know you have a meeting to run, but I would love to show you how simple it is and how nice and easy it is to follow.
And the lifespan is about 10 years, you said?
Yeah, about the older units past 10 years, they really need to be replaced and updated. And this is the Lamborghini. So it's brand new, ready to go. So please contact me. I'd love to help you get this started. I'll just bring it over for you.
Any other
And we have the
questions?
signage. Look, Debbie has the signage. We'll bring you signs, door clings, so you have everything you need. Sorry, I keep forgetting that you're there. Okay, so thank you very much,
Thank you.
everyone. We hope you never have to use it, and I look forward to working with you and placing one here.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. So at this time, I'd like to have a motion to go into executive session. Close out the work meeting, go into executive session.
Second.
All those in favor? Any nays or abstentions? Okay. I'd like to ask everyone in the public to leave, and when you return, the solicitor will give you a summary of what we discussed in executive session. So if you'll excuse yourself. Okay, at this time, I'd like the solicitor to give us a summary of what we discussed in executive session, please.
Yes, Madam President. During executive session, we had the opportunity to discuss the procedures necessary that the city needs to do at this particular point in time, given the passage of its resolution on April 15th, 2019, of Resolution 82, which permitted the city to place out to bid the potential sale of the wastewater collection system. We outlined what was necessary and specifically did so in the confines of understanding that what needs to be, or what needs to occur rather, is a ordinance to be passed both on first and second reading so that a referendum can be placed on the ballot for the general election, which is November the 5th, 2019.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What you heard?
Okay. First on the agenda for review is ordinance number 7, Second reading, public hearing will be held at regular session. It is fixing the salaries of officials and employees in the city.
Are there any questions or comments? This is the second reading, we'll discuss, and then the regular meeting.
Ordinance number 8, first reading. It is authorizing a proposal to be printed on the ballot for consideration by the voters of the city at the general election on November 5th, 2019, providing for the sale of the city's wastewater utility system to New Jersey American Water Company.
Are there any questions or comments?
Should New Jersey American Water be in there, or should it just be the seller?
No, we have to announce.
Do we have to put them in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Resolution 121, endorsing an UEZ loan to Atnay LLC, actually known as Homer's Automotive Repair, in the amount of $110,000 for a project located at 907 Homer's Avenue.
Any questions or comments?
Just a comment, this was a loan that was done some time ago, however, the resolution did not follow the execution of the loan, so we're just keeping our records consistent by creating a resolution tonight that has documents properly on file.
Thank you.
Next is the bill list.
Good evening. Just go over the bill to be paid, that I'm asking to be approved tonight. The only bill that was of significance between last council meeting and this council meeting was our payroll. So I want to let you know about that. But now I want to go on to the bills of to be paid in the next day or two. If you look on page 2 of the bill list, there are the ACUA, actually 3 major bills for the trash and recycling. Apparently, the ACUA was sending the bills to a wrong email address. It was to a Priscilla Stone, who hasn't been here for a while. When I saw that we hadn't made any bills, I called the ACUA and they sent the bills back. So I've got 3 months worth of bills here that will be paid before the end of the month. That's why it's such a large number. Going up to page, on page 9 is the second one down is our tax contribution to the school board for July. Go to page 10, third one down, to Espagata Construction. That is the first draw for work being done, that was done at Chester Avenue. That was part of one of the grants that we received. Page 11, second one down is a payment that we made to Township of Lake Harbor for our shared services with the dispatch. That would be made on or about August 1st. I'm looking for approval now. Other than that, on the other bills that are in here, just those that are normal operating bills that we need to do to maintain the city and, really on a bi-weekly basis.
Question, last question. Kansas City Electric, how do we pay them?
Who?
Kansas City Electric, I don't see that here.
For school board?
Electric company.
Oh, we pay that every 2 weeks. So we usually pay the electric bill every other week.
Okay.
So there's no electric bill. We paid that, council approved that last council meeting.
Thank you.
So like probably $28,000.
I know. Think I is.
In fact, we're making a change to how we pay it. Normally we would send them a spreadsheet with a check. We've been doing that for years. The last 2 bills, 2 checks, one for $33,000, one for $22,000 was applied to one account. So I had like a $50,000 credit on one of the bills. They've now asked us to change how we do that and actually send the coupons in rather than just a spreadsheet, because it's all done by lockbox and people don't even look at it.
Thank you, Barry.
Okay, thank you, Barry.
Okay.
Okay, at this time we'll have public portion. Anyone from the public that wishes to speak on the agenda items only, please come forward, state your name, your address, and your concern.
Seeing none, Madam President, make a motion. Public portion be closed.
Second.
Okay. Public portion is, do we have something?
No, he's not on the agenda.
Oh, okay. Okay, public portion is now closed. We'll have open discussion from anyone, from council, mayor, business administrator that wants to have anything to share. Seeing none, I'd like to have a motion to close the work session.
So moved.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Work session is now closed. Anybody need a break? Good evening. This is the Pleasantville City Council meeting. Today is July 15, 2019. The time is 7:04 p.m. This meeting has been advertised in the local newspapers in conformance with the Open Public Meeting Act, otherwise known as the Sunshine Law. Will you please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the flag salute? Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I'd like to have a motion to dispense with the readings of the previous minutes.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstentions, have the same privilege. Roll call, please.
Swan,
Here.
Sistrum,
Here.
Scott,
Here.
Harmon,
Present.
Christmas,
Here.
Davenport,
Here.
Ward,
Here.
all in attendance.
Okay. Mayor Driel, do you have anything this evening?
No, Madam President, absolutely nothing.
Okay. Agenda items, please.
Okay, first on the agenda is ordinance number 7, second reading, public hearings required, is fixing the salaries of officials and employees of the city.
Motion. Second.
It's the second reading. Anyone from the public that wishes to speak on this ordinance, please come forward, state your name, your address, and your concern.
Seeing none, Madam President, make a motion. That the public portion be closed.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay.
I need a motion to adopt the ordinance.
Yes, sir, motion. Second.
Swan,
Yes.
Sistrum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Harmon,
Yes.
Christmas,
Yes.
Davenport,
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Ordinance has been adopted. Ordinance number 8, first reading, is authorizing proposal to be printed on the ballot for consideration by the voters of the city at the general election on November the 5th, 2019, providing for the sale of the city's wastewater utility system to New Jersey American Water Company.
Motion.
Sistrum?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Swan.
Yes.
Sistrum.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Harmon.
Madam President, to ensure that we meet the deadlines and all of the necessary steps that we have to take, I vote yes.
Okay.
Christmas.
Yes.
Davenport.
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Ordinance has been moved to second reading. Resolution 121 endorsing a UEZ loan to Atnay LLC, actually known as Homeless Owned Motor Repair, in the amount of $110,000 for a project located at 907 Homers Avenue.
Yes, sir, motion.
Second.
Swan,
Yes.
Sistrum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Harmon,
Yes.
Christmas,
Yes.
Davenport,
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Resolution has been approved. I need a motion to pay for bills.
So motion.
Swan,
Yes.
Sistrum,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Harmon,
Yes.
Christmas,
Yes.
Davenport,
Yes.
Ward.
Yes.
Motion approved. Next is public portion.
Okay, anyone from the public that wishes to speak on any item, please come forward, state your name, your address, and your concern.
Yes, my name is Samuel Davenport, no relation as far as I know. I live in the Marina Del Rey district, I guess, area, and we have a problem over there with people just hanging out and drinking. Got a lot of drunks that hang out, and they just drink there. They don't always live there. And I'm asking the council to maybe put more police presence there to run these out of there, because it's a community, you know, and I think we have called, I think the property managers have called numerous times, but I guess the police come in, they just ride through, but they don't really confront these people, you know, get in their face. I really don't want to be known because of fear that I might come out in my car, got windows broken out, tires. So that's why I really don't want to be on camera, but it's a problem. It's a big problem. And, you know, just asking the council to pay attention to that. I don't know what else to do.
Question. I have a question. Wait. Are these people in the, where the parking lot is, or are they in the entrance?
They might be anywhere. They might be, sometimes I see them sitting over in the back portion of it. But what happens at 10 o'clock in the morning when the house didn't open up and the liquor store opens up, you'll see them go over there. And they, you know, getting their beer, then they might come and hang out anywhere in that area. And it's bad. I mean, it's, you know, I have to live there. So I'm asking the council to take a look at that, or either have the police presence more, or run these people out, confront them, just don't ride by, confront them. That's all I'm asking.
Now, are they drinking outside?
Yes, they are.
Okay, I had mentioned to them earlier, I said, don't wait for council, to bring this concern forward. Call right away.
Okay, right. Okay, I think the property manager has been doing that. But I don't see no results out of that. I don't think, you know, and then I think he's been threatened. Or the property manager has been threatened in a way, but not physically threatened, but it's a problem, and the police need to handle that.
Yeah.
I mean, civilian can't do it.
Right, exactly.
So, you know,
Is this all day or just in the evening hours?
You'll see them, mostly when it starts cooling off, about 10 o'clock in the morning, you'll see them walk through, and then they'll find a place to sit down and drink.
Where the cars are parked?
Yeah, where cars are parked, and you might see them anywhere up in there, you know. Sometimes you see them sitting up by the laundromat that's there. But it's somebody can look at that. That's all I have.
Laundromat's on Main Street, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's all I have. It's a problem. It doesn't look good. That's all I
Thank
have
you.
to say.
Okay.
Madam President, could we ask our administrator to check into that with the police department?
I already told him that I'm going to give it to the chief.
Oh, okay.
I met him outside.
Okay, all right.
We have an issue right there on Black Horse Pike in New Road. The guy that sits there and drink beer and instructed all the police officers to look out for him. He ran away this morning at 9 o'clock, was back there at 9:30 with a bottle of beer. Right there by the graveyard sitting there.
I know.
Yeah. So if you see him, just call. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else from the public? Seeing none, I'd like to have a motion to close.
So moved, Madam President.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Public portion closed. And we'll have comments from Mayor. Is there anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, I'm going to make an attempt to talk about 2020 census. Linda will have to help me out. I had a long day. I just came from the prayer services at the Lighthouse. And it was outside, so it was hot. And they have them every Monday at different locations and all. But anyway, one of the sessions that I attended at the Conference of Mayors was the 2020 census. And, you know, that's approaching us, I think, what is it? April 1st is the census day. And census kind of is all about getting our money. And one of the panels that I attended, the facilitator was Mayor Cantrell. She was from New Orleans. She's been on the news all this week with the floods and everything. And the other panelist was Mayor Broom. She's from Baton Rouge. She was on TV all this week with the floods and so forth. And another panelist was the president and CEO of NAACP. And he's all about equality and so forth and all. And the last panelist was Director of Field Operation for the United States. His name was Tom Olson. So everybody's main concern was the confidentiality. And any response that someone gives you on that application is protected by law. So that's a major, major concern. And the thing about it, undercount means underfunding, which means missed opportunity for finances. So it's extremely important that everybody gets counted. There's $675 billion given to dollars each year distributed, and we want to get our fair share. And $7.4 billion is going to be used for to hire people. So I don't know when they will start hiring people, but the salary range is $13.50 an hour to $30 an hour. They need a lot of people to do this, the census count. Last week, we met with Tom Mayfield to discuss our strategy as far as the complete count committee. Prior to that, I met with Cheryl Bowden. She's Tom's supervisor. We met with her at the Mayor's Association dinner. And these people, we got a letter from the county, and they wanted to do the count for us. And Linda and we all discussed it and said we'll do it ourselves to ensure that we have an accurate count, so we can get our fair share of money. So we're going to be a series of things going to be going on. Town meetings, meeting with churches, meeting with groups, and meeting with everybody. Everybody's got to be on board because we got to get this count right, because it happens every 10 years. What the count comes up this year or next year is going to stay with us for 10 years, and that means money. So, Linda, did I leave anything else? That's just a brief thing. You'll see all kind of, you'll be inundated with all kind of census data, information, you name it. You're going to hear a lot about that because it's extremely important that we get our fair share of money.
I think one of the things we want to emphasize is the Complete Count Committee, which is going to consist of various entities within the community, and that is going to be your school system, your churches, your one-stops, your seniors, your women's group, your Latinos. Every segment of the community must be represented. So we're going to try to get those people together and have a kickoff meeting. And then we'll probably have a town hall meeting after that, and we'll start it's basically a campaign, just educating folks on the importance of the 2020 census.
If you can think of any other groups that we need to bring in, because we have to get contact everybody, I don't care where. And we really concentrate on areas that a lot of, I don't want to say immigrants, but undocumented people, but we need to get the count. So you'll hear a lot of things on, especially with the town meetings, everything.
Yeah, you got a letter from the county executive.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Did you mention that?
We said that the county wanted to do our count, and we sent a letter back saying that, no, we're going to do it ourselves.
These were the calls that we're receiving.
Oh, yeah, that letter. Yeah, you want to tell them what you did?
No,
You sent the letter, huh?
okay.
Does that have anything to do with the census?
No, that's nothing to do with the census. But any questions on that? And Linda's
Just making sure that
Linda's the chairperson for the complete count committee.
Just making sure we have the information on channel.
Oh, it's going to be
Oh,
everywhere.
we'll
And
figure it out.
You're going to see it
No,
everywhere.
you'll see it
In
everywhere.
restaurants, everywhere.
Along with,
Yeah.
and then there's a couple of groups that I can.
Please
So let's,
share.
we have a name down.
We've actually contacted.
Okay, Councilman Davenport? Okay. Councilman Harmon?
Thank you. What we were referring to is that our county executive, I guess at the request of yours truly, the telephone calls we're receiving, and mostly I think they're targeting the elderly people, trying to get your information and do various things. So the letter just alerted the mayors, 23 of Atlantic County, to pass the word on to their citizens as to be aware and give no information to these kinds of calls about anything. And I thank him for doing that for me and for us. Secondly, are you going to do this? Annually, we do the National Night Out here in Pleasantville, and it has been a very successful event in the past years. This year, we will be at the Pleasantville Little League Field, that's Tilton Road and Langston Avenue, the same location as last year. And that's on Tuesday, August the 6th, 2019. Everyone's invited and it's sponsored, and I guess by many in the city, but our police department take the lead on that. My final comment is that about this time last year, I made a special appeal for those who ride through our city and live in our city would give some respect to the octagon sign. Immediately after that, from my observation, it got a little better. But I tell you, when you sit and see an automobile run through a stop sign, full speed, it grabs you. So I'm bringing it to the floor of my council and to alert the residents of Pleasantville. Those of you that stop, thank you. I'm even going to congratulate you for stopping at the stop sign. Those who fly through, I have your vehicles in my computer. I can tell you the color of your vehicles, but I just can't grab that license plate until I stand out on the corner. But it's a touching thing. I don't know about you, to see someone just fly right through a stop sign. So I'm cautioning everyone in Pleasantville and those who come through here, please honor the octagon sign for your safety and all others.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
Councilman
you.
Harden. Councilman Sistrum?
Good evening, thanks for coming out. The Latin Music Festival put in the application again, and it's coming back again. It's August the 24th at that same field that Langston and Tilton field. It's August 24th. And this past Friday, I had the honor of going to a prayer vigil, and those prayer vigils were across the United States of America and everything. It's a shame that we have to have these vigils. It's a shame that we live in a country where we have kids stacked on top of kids on top of kids in cages, in concentration cages. That's the country we live in. I just like everybody to just think about that when you get ready to cast your next vote, because we can't live in a nation that we treat kids like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Swan?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Have a nice night.
Okay. Councilman Christmas?
Yes, good evening, and I echo what Councilman Sistrum was saying, and have a good evening.
Councilman Scott?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out. I hope you have a blessed night.
And ditto. Good evening. Thank you for coming out. I hope you all have a good evening. If there's nothing else, I'd like to have a motion. Like to adjourn.
Motion.